How do you do? We're about to unfold the story of Frankenstein. He's one of the strangest tales ever told. I think it will thrill you. It may shock you. It might even horrify you. Well, we've warned you.
That was your warning. You're listening to Frankenstein Minute, the podcast where we dissect the Frankenstein films minute by minute. I'm Bill Evenson.
And I'm Tom Lang, and we are on minute 37 of 1931's Frankenstein, where we see the aftermath of the first kill, where the monster has killed Fritz, not completely unjustified, which we're glad he's dead.
Yep, good riddance.
Yep. And Henry and Waldman stumble through the door backwards, and this is another moment that doesn't look rehearsed, staged, choreographed.
Van Sloan doesn't see that step coming.
No. It's great because it looks very real.
Yeah, there's fear. We are not going to turn our back on this guy.
No.
I say guy.
He's a guy, I guess.
I guess he's a guy.
Here's the thing we should do.
That's the thing that we don't worry about is his gender.
No, because it's pretty much evident.
Seems like a dude.
Yeah.
But
here's what we should do: is like every of these all these titles that have man in the title is replace it with guy. So you have like the Invisible Guy,
the Wolf Guy,
Frankenstein meets the Wolf Guy.
Got any more other ones? I guess you got them all. The creature is a Gill Guy. That doesn't really work. Anyway, yeah. So the monster is really menacing.
Oh, he's really scary. This is at his most fearsome.
Yeah,
I think in this film, up until the end when that's more fear. But this is he's pissed.
He's pissed off.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But again, still sympathetic.
Again, it's not unjustified.
Yeah, after what he's gone through, and he's only a few days old.
He's only a few days old.
Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember. He's a tough. Well, any thought that we had that he might not be fully ready as the character for rigor mortis and all that stuff, or for that matter, Karloff stumbling around in his big boots.
Yeah. It's gone.
It's gone now.
Yeah,
he's
fully
a monster.
in control. Yeah,
he's a monster, and they managed to. I'm gonna guess because just two guys managed to get that door closed.
Yeah,
that it's because they've outwitted him. He doesn't realize that if they just push his arm through, then they can slam it.
Yeah, I think so because I don't think he's certainly not going to overpower him at this point.
Yeah,
because I mean he was
great purpose.
Yeah, well, he was afraid and angry when up in the lab when Fritz was poking the torch at him. But that's nothing compared to now.
Yeah.
Where he's ramped it up. He's turned it up to 11 at this point.
So this is all he cares about.
Yep. He's going to get that. He's going to get through that door.
Again, that's like you would expect is an appropriate response to any living thing that is being put in this situation.
Treated this way, yeah.
This is appropriate.
Yeah, so I mean, you could say that this is where the criminal brain kicks in, but I also argue that it's not inexcusable the way he's behaving.
Yeah.
And he has no way to articulate how he feels other than this blind, impotent rage.
That's a really good point. Yeah, he can't speak.
So he
can't even cry out in the traditional way.
Yeah. So the only, again, it's like a baby or a really young child who can't articulate, can't communicate what they're feeling, so it's just through this, like I said, blind rage
towards the one character that we've seen him have some
communication
with, some sympathy. No, I'm done. And he's right. Yeah. He's right about that too. Yeah. It is Henry's fault.
Yes, it is.
Fritz is Henry's fault.
Yeah. Waldman being there is Henry's fault because he could ask him to leave.
Yeah.
And here's the one guy that wants him taken apart.
He essentially told him he should leave.
Yeah, he asked him to leave. Yeah, it's like, well, if you don't agree, get the fuck out of here. Fuck
and then
you!
I didn't follow up on that.
No.
He's rapidly become convinced that this is all a disaster.
Yeah.
I think that's maybe if there's a failing to all this, it's that Henry so quickly gives up on the monster.
Yeah.
But as you say, it could be worse. In the book, he just
the night of.
Doesn't even matter.
I'm out of here.
Bad idea. Next.
Yeah.
Next thing.
Yeah. What do I? Well, there's the thing.
What's for breakfast?
He never does anything else.
Right.
In the novel.
Okay.
Other than once he finds out that the monster has been killing off his family, then he swears revenge, and chase each other. But there is no follow up. There is no act 2 for him.
Yeah.
He shoots his wad and he's done. At
So
least
to
Henry
speak.
Frankenstein has a little bit of follow through, and in the sequel, he shows some really poor judgment. But at least he's like, yeah, all right, yeah, okay,
Yeah.
I can do that.
Yep. Well, in the sequel, it takes some convincing.
Oh, it takes a lot of coercion
Yeah.
twice
Right.
because he changes his mind, and
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. In this one, yeah, he's rapidly changes course.
Yeah.
He's not.
Yeah,
This is
he's
a
given up.
terrible idea.
At this point, yeah, he's given up. But when Waldman says to kill it, it's murder.
Right.
And that question, is it?
Right.
Is it murder?
That's the question.
That's,
I'm
there's
answering like it's a hypothetical.
well, there is no answer to that.
Yeah.
There is no answer. But yeah, is it murder or is it not? You can't answer that because, does this entity exist as a person?
So I feel like you can answer that. I think the answer is yes, it's murder. I really strongly
Okay.
believe, and I think it's the
Well,
same.
I think it's because
as
we've-
when people talk about the in science fiction, you talk about the rights of artificial intelligence.
Sure.
And I
Like
believe
a Blade
that's
Runner
something
sort
that
of-
will, there you go.
yeah.
Exactly. Blade Runner. Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't have to look too far.
Yeah.
It's a viable.
It's a sentient being.
Well, yes.
so-
I just mean that it's a viable moral question, and so in this case, no doubt in my mind whatsoever,
It's murder.
he's absolutely murder.
Well, and our sympathy lies at this point now with the monster.
But then again, murder isn't always wrong, right?
I don't know.
We just saw a guy get
We
murdered.
saw a guy get murdered with,
It was fine.
with some justification.
It was
yeah.
great.
Yeah, it was very cathartic.
It was cathartic,
Yeah.
that murder. Oh, no. Oh, I worry about us.
One, and I'm not sure if this is the last time, but Henry says he hated Fritz, so he's back to looking at it as he, not it.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
so
again,
it's
the more you
it's-
say it, the more I realize it really is inconsistent.
Yeah.
And
I think it would work
just
better-
Wouldn't work. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah,
It always hated Fritz.
Yeah.
Is a strange thing to say.
but I think in retrospect, and I think in the script I wrote, I divided it so that Waldman says it,
Okay.
Henry says he.
Okay.
Always, it was all I
All
kept
right.
it consistent.
Well,
Not that I'm some great genius, but
it sounds better that way.
I just thought it made more sense. Henry
Or
looks at
even
it.
Even if he just slowly transitioned, which
Well,
I guess
that could
would have
be-
been what would have been my impression before we had this harebrained idea to go through it minute by minute. I kind of thought that he did
Progress
slowly
from
become
he
it.
to it.
But yeah, that's absolutely not the case here.
Yeah.
Because for me, it is that last line, the last minute of, or actually, it's 2 minutes.
2 minutes ago.
Oh yeah,
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone. That's where
Yeah.
it seems direct. And when he's sitting there at the table with Baldwin several weeks ago, he's only a few days old. Remember,
Yeah.
his tone is very He's
Yeah. Well, at that point, he's still quite proud.
yeah.
And now here he does. When they shut the door, Henry just looks completely lost.
Yeah,
He doesn't
turns
know.
to Baldwin.
He doesn't know what to do. He's just got this.
Yeah.
He's got like the Vietnam vet 1,000-yard stare.
He turns to Baldwin and looks him in the face.
Yeah, just like
Oh my God.
like he
Yeah,
just had his
it's a
had
mess.
his arm shot off or something. He
Mhm.
just does not know.
He's in shock.
Yeah, he is. Yeah, he has no idea how to handle this situation anymore.
Yeah.
You started to see that with the leave it alone, and he stumbles out of the cellar.
In that moment that it turns out was his last real chance.
Yeah,
Because now
it's over.
it's over. Now
Yeah.
there's murders.
Yeah.
All those murders.
Anyway.
He always tormented him.
Yeah,
So Monster's been alive about 5 minutes.
and Fritz has done nothing
Yeah.
but be an asshole.
But I mean, the thing is, when he says he always tormented him, it actually has been a few days.
Yeah, it's been.
And one of the things I think about this minute and him saying that is, I guess about 2 minutes ago, Fritz calls out, Frankenstein, where is it?
Where is it?
And that line didn't make any sense to me until I thought about it, which is in the context of him saying he always tormented him. The reason Fritz says, Frankenstein, where is it? It's because he wasn't where he was looking for it.
Wasn't supposed. Yeah,
He
where it
was
was
going
supposed
to go
to be.
down and torture him
Yeah.
like he always does.
Yeah, it comes in with the torch.
Where's my torture
Where's
toy?
my toy? Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well. And Henry knew about it.
Henry was aware of it and did nothing to stop it.
That's what
Which is
happens
where he
right here. 'Cause
fails,
he
yeah.
always tormented him.
Yeah.
And Henry was absolutely in a position to do
To
something
just
about that. Yeah.
leave it alone and listen this time.
Yeah, Henry's the force behind. It's tempting to just say he just did this. He created this monster.
Yeah.
But where Fritz is concerned, he's the force behind having him there.
Right.
You gotta assume he can just tell Fritz to leave.
Yeah.
Is this Fritz's house? Does Fritz live at the...
Yeah,
fucking...
Fritz is letting him use the watchtower.
No, you leave. This is my watchtower. Yeah. That's my monster, and you gotta go.
You get out.
Excuse me, I got some torturing to do.
I'm late for my 3 o'clock torture.
That's right. I mean, it is, right? He's
Yeah.
just doing it as a habit.
Yeah, well, I think, again, it's partly jealousy
Yeah.
on Fritz's part, and it's partly fear,
Yeah.
but it's also, he's a sadistic son of a bitch.
Yeah. There's absolutely plenty of reason to think that humanity has room for people who just want that.
I want that. Yeah, we've
seen it repeatedly.
He's psychopathic, yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Yeah. So I'm thinking he's got quite a scarcity of convolutions on his front row.
Now you found your criminal brain.
Yep.
Well, luckily nobody's going to try and I'm not joking for anybody who doesn't know. We will never see Fritz's brain again. No. Unless somebody makes him into Carl. I watched a YouTube video recently that said that, my theory on Igor
being the body
that they found.
Yeah,
I watched a YouTube video where somebody says that this is Igor because he's hanged here too. So Fritz gets hanged, and then he comes back as Igor. The only problem I have with it is it just doesn't play out.
It doesn't play in the timeline.
It doesn't play out logically. Yeah,
No.
Like somebody would have to go get him.
It doesn't make any sense.
Whereas my theory is a body that we do see that's hanged, and we do see him released,
cut down.
So and then those guys leave.
Yeah.
So it could work.
Yeah.
No,
Carl is such a different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Carl's different. Well, he doesn't have the scar, as you pointed out,
Right.
I think, in an earlier minute. Totally different.
Different guy.
Or the Hunchback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got like steel braces on his legs or something.
Really, Carl?
Yeah.
All right, we'll get there.
Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, kill it like any savage animal.
Yeah, this is not even. So as we're recording this, there are people sitting in the White House that have take pictures of themselves.
Well, maybe when we record it, maybe not by the time it airs. They may not be sitting in the White House.
But there's some controversy associated with the standard old notion of, I'm just going to go ahead and say, white guys getting their picture taken with savage animals,
dead, that they've killed.
It's interesting to think in this period of time that's become not cool. It's
extremely distasteful. Yeah,
and that's Waldman. Yeah. So I wonder, because we've seen
that again
office.
Points to his reactionary sort of conservative side.
Yeah, and that his
office is full of dead things.
Kind of wonder if you go to his house, is it full with like a lion's head?
Yeah, right. There's the bear rug on the floor.
Right, bear rug on the floor. Yeah. God, a bear rug on the floor. That idea didn't
last into
the 21st century anyway.
Well, certainly not.
Yeah. So one of the things I noticed is that door. It is a pretty solid door.
It's pretty thick. Yeah,
you buy it, and I think that's one of the great things about this setting is there are few doors.
Well, the door into the laboratory is it's got to be 5-6 inches thick.
And this is because it's a watchtower.
It's a watchtower.
You got to lock people out.
Yep.
It works.
Yeah.
I like that about
Which is why it's substantial enough that it keeps the monster in, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm saying is then Waldman says a couple minutes he's going to be
through that door. Yeah.
He actually does say in a couple minutes.
Yeah.
Right? Or a few minutes?
A few moments or something like
minutes.
that.
He definitely says minutes.
Did he say minutes? Okay.
That, that's an interesting judgment. It's not like any second now.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, that's a good door.
Yeah.
It's going to take him a while.
Yeah.
And it looks like a good door. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to. I guess now I feel like I've made too much out of it. But that's what's one of the great things about this setting.
I love these
rock
sets. I love this
and giant, big, thick doors.
Yeah.
And chains and strong things. You buy that the monster is not gonna just walk out of there.
Right. Well, you spend a lot of time in this foyer stairwell area, whatever you want to call it. It's the great room.
Calling anything in this movie a foyer is funny to it.
Well, what is it?
I guess it must be.
You spend a lot of time in it in these few minutes, and it's a fantastic set. Yeah. Again, the only right angles are the two doorways. Everything else is at a canted angle. Even the stairs are all sort of goofy and sagging with age. And
so the builder He came out with his levels. I mean, they had levels,
the
right?
plumb bob thing, yeah.
And he leveled out that doorway, put it in solid, and then they
And
built
just
just fuck it
fuck
from
the
here.
rest.
Do it, whatever.
Yeah,
do whatever you want.
Whatever
after
you
that.
want.
That's actually probably a way to do it. That sounds kind of fun.
Yeah.
Having said that, I guess that in some way or another, that is how they did it for the set.
Yeah.
Because they did want the doors
They
to
had
be
to frame
straight.
the doors up so they would open and
so
close.
They open and close. You have to.
Yeah.
Anybody who's put a door in knows
that, yeah.
easy to mess that up.
Yes,
it's
it
like
is.
a millimeter one way or the
Yeah.
other, and you can't get the damn door closed anymore.
Yep.
Listen, it's worth taking the time to talk about this set because
it is a beautifully done
beautiful.
set. Yeah, it's there's in some of the corners there's looks like rebar spaced out that isn't covered up.
Oh, I see what you're talking about. Yeah,
you know, and it looks its age.
Yep, and
and there's
things are there that are functional.
Yeah, but there's like a pile of junk off to the left. Screen left,
okay.
right by the door.
I didn't see the pile of junk.
Yeah,
I did see the pirate's treasure chest.
Treasure
we talked
chest,
about before.
Which I assume Henry brought that with his stuff, but
yeah, that's what I think too.
Yeah,
we put a Tesla coil in there.
I guess it's clothes, maybe.
That probably, yeah.
Or else it's like all of Fritz's worldly goods.
A bunch of sheets that he can lay on top of the Tesla
on top
coil.
of the Tesla coil that gets knocked over.
Almost. All right, so
he goes up to get the sedative.
Oh man, no!
Too soon?
No, that's pretty good. I like that actually. The word sedative is a word in my head.
Oh,
so
yes,
you can do that. I'll allow
that
it.
moment is yes, it plays constantly in my head.
Sure. So what Waldman says is, and sorry to get to the minutia like this, but we are doing it minute by minute. He says, get the hypodermic needle. And Henry knows exactly what he's talking about. Yeah. So I'm kind of curious: is this just something that you have around?
Well, that's what I was because he's not gone. He's not gone long enough to have prepared something.
Yeah.
So it seems like it's like you say, it's already there, ready to go.
Right back. Yeah. I wonder if Waldman maybe has been planning for this. That would make sense.
That would make sense. That's kind of what I thought.
From the moment he got there, he's like, "Oh man, I gotta kill this thing."
They had,
It wasn't even alive yet. He's like, I don't want
to
kill it.
All right. Yeah, I would think so. He's got it.
Probably true.
He's got it planned.
It isn't something that because the thing is, there is so much stuff. Henry does have chemicals and stuff.
Yeah.
He does a little bit of chemistry set.
Yeah.
In addition to his
big electrical
work
stuff.
And
yeah, he's a true Renaissance man.
And look what happens.
Let's see what happens.
Just like the Renaissance.
Yep.
It's over.
Yep.
Follow us on Twitter.